half of CarolAnn's ashes here is that probably there was no other place on earth that she loved more. Not only because she grew up here, but also because we would all come together every year and be here like this. So that seems like a very appropriate thing. Uncle Bill selected this spot because
I just kind of, I guess just from working up here on the ridge and stuff in the spring of the year, it just brings back so many memories. And I knew she loved the farm so much. And you could see everything.
And you can see the whole thing. You can see the barn, and you can see the house, and you can see all the fields.
I just thought it'd be a good memorial place.
And also, aren't these the fences that Grandpa also, Grandpa, didn't you put in some of these
Grandpa
fences?
put those fences in. Yeah.
And I'm
We're going to, it's kind of in a rough stage right now. We're going to do a little filling in here, and we're going to plant some trees. And we're going to have some little benches and whatnot. It's a place where everybody can come in the summer and come back here and reflect. And just, you know, if you only spend a minute or two, it's a place to say, hey, this is where some of our loved ones can take some time to think about.
Grandpa? Yep, go ahead.
Dear Carol, we want your spirit to dance over this farm that you love so well. We miss you very much.
That's very sweet. And I'm going to read this poem that CarolAnn wrote. I don't really know how long ago she wrote it. I would say, well, I don't know, Uncle Bill would have a sense of whenever it was after all the fences were torn down that my grandpa had put in, and so...
Probably in the late 70s.
Yeah, and the name of the poem, which actually makes sense, she was doing a lot of writing then, because that's when she was at Breadlow. And it's called Earth Cycle, and I think it's a very fitting thing that we have her ashes spread here on the earth where she spent much of her time. So it's called Earth Cycle. Good fences make good neighbors, Frost once mused, but he farmed poems, costs not meaning more than hired men in babbling brooks. My father's pen was shaped in plowshare. Season drought, supply of seed, and credit about themselves. Besides, the neighbors moved away to picture windows improved, of shining what with union pay, insurance rates, retirement day, set down a certain age. Instead, my father, still denouncing federal handouts, tore down fences taught, wires we had stretched when kids who fought to be the one who held the post, while father jammed the metal. Boast of dinner time noon meal, who had most of marks in lieu of steadying the poles, or if you carried pail of water stiff with cold and rich minerals from common copper tin. Tore down fences taught, allure of aided acreage with links from steel once gone. He stands now, thinks, the fields of bronzed wheat and green lagoons mesh much too close for clean artwork while viewing one's own past. Good fences make long work, he spats. Entire lifetime erecting posts and bars to level down my coasts. Again, original and worn. So, I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything, and then I think everyone should take a handful of ashes and sprinkle them, or however many people can. So, does anybody else want to say anything? No?
All I can say, she's the best big sister I could ever have in the world. And my life was blessed, truly blessed, as I am with all my sisters and brothers and my parents. And this, I understand her love. So, I miss her terribly, but her spirit lives on. I feel it every day. We shared some beautiful moments here, Carol and I. We shared some moments when she was scared to death of the animals that we were trying to herd across the road. She usually had her baton in hand and ward off the pigs, and was dancing and crying and saying, "Protect me." But she was a wonderful, wonderful sister. Great sharing. She leaves a blessing on my life every day. And I thank God for all of you.
Okay, that's another reason why I love this spot. Because I knew there was times when her and Dad would have brought a cow and a calf, and they would have come down this lane.
Yes, that's a great
And they went up to the farm.
Yeah.
There was a fence here right there at one time.
And the pecan with the pig. Oh, hated the pigs. The pecan came out with the pig.
Daddy, do you want to say anything?
Well, she had two places she truly loved, the college and the farm. And half of her ashes are at the college. Now her other half of her ashes are here, and this is where she would have wanted it. So, other than that, after she died, I probably, and some of you have heard this before, who were at the Hall of Fame banquet, but I probably received 400 cards or more. 200 or so were from people I didn't even know, and they were from students and parents whose lives CarolAnn had touched, and they all wrote different things, but basically the main thrust was that CarolAnn gave them confidence that they never really thought that they had. So she touched a whole lot of people.
Yes, she did. Uncle Mark, do you want to say anything?
Well, that's probably the only thing I would say is I always looked at CarolAnn as my mentor, and I always looked up to CarolAnn. And being an administrator, I always call for CarolAnn to help, and I miss that so much now. But I can't think of a better place than Hillsdale, as Jack said, and the farm for her ashes to be, and her spirit to be, and to live on.
Okay, well, I think, thank you so much. I'll hold on here.
Spread them.
Yeah, just sprinkle them on the grass. Just sprinkle them on the grass.